Hello everyone, I'm Yograni, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Today, the video is about literary forms in Background to English Literature. In Unit 1, Literary Forms, we are going to learn poetry, specifically about lyric. What is lyric? Lyric is a short poem. It has single emotion. It is uttered by a single speaker. It is musical in effect. It is a subjective poem which concerns about the poet's own thoughts and feelings. Now, the definition of lyric. Lyric is a short poem uttered by a single speaker expressing state of mind, thought, or feeling. Origin of lyric. Lyric is derived from the ancient Greek literature. It was sung to the accompaniment of music using a lyre. Lyre was a Greek musical instrument. Dramatic lyric. In dramatic lyric, the poet usually meditates in solitude. The poet addresses an absent person. It uses hyperbole, that is, exaggerated statements. It also has epiphany, which is a moment of sudden and great revelation or realization. Example, Wordsworth's poem Tintanabe. The language and imagery of a lyric is characterized by beauty, propriety, and harmony. Subjective or personal poetry. The subjective poetry is the poet's own experience or feelings. So there are different types of lyric poetry. It can be love lyric, lyric of patriotism, lyric of religious emotion, or lyric of joy. Subject matter of lyric. The subject matter of lyric is intensely personal. It conveys the poet's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It appeals more to the heart than to the intellect. Traits of lyric. In lyric, there is unity. That is, the lyric is self-contained. It is associated to the central emotion or idea. It is universal. Though it is subjective in nature, it is universal in its thought and feeling. For example, Wordsworth's poem Tintanabe and John Milton's On His Blindness. Structure of lyric. Structurally, a lyric can be divided into three parts. Firstly, motive, and then statement, and conclusion. The first one, motive. Motive states the emotion. It comprises the first few lines of the poem. It is a sudden provocation for the poet to compose the poem. Motive is an excuse for the poet to express his thoughts. For example, Wordsworth's poem Solitary Reaper. Here are few lines of Wordsworth's Solitary Reaper. Behold her, single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, Stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. Statement. The second part is the poet's own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. For example, in Ode to Nightingale, Keats thinks about the weariness of life and ease of death. Third one is conclusion. It is a resolution when the emotion subsides. It is intellectual than the first two parts, that is motive and statement. It is a return to the initial mood. In Ode on a Grecian Urn, John Keats reflects about the beauty in the lines. Beauty is truth, truth beauty, that is all. You know on earth and all you need to know. Famous lyric poems. Lyrical love poem is written in enamored, that is filled with love, state of mind. Edmund Wallace, Go Lovely Rose. Robert Burns, Oh My Love's Like a Red, Red Rose. Elizabeth Barrett Browning's How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways. The other famous lyric poems are the ceremonial poems like Ben Jonson's To the Memory of William Shakespeare, Walt Whitman's O Captain, My Captain, which was written on the death of Abraham Lincoln. It conveys intense state of feeling as in Shelley's To Night, Emily Dickinson's Wild Night, Wild Night. It also resolves emotional problems as expressed in the poems of William Wordsworth's Ode, Intimations of Immortality, Matthew Arnold's Dover Beach, and in William Butler Yeats' Sailing to Byzantium. Here are few references for further study. As always, thanks for listening and thanks for your time. Thank you.